What's up, y'all? Back again. This time around, we're just gonna be doing heat extractors. This is gonna be a quick install, all right? Got these from Trackspec. Highly recommend them. Highly recommend them. Let me tell y'all a story real quick. On my GTO, some of y'all know I didn't record me installing it, but some of y'all probably saw it on there. Arizona, like 110, 120, sometimes 122. During the summer, degrees outside, that is, 120 something degrees during the summer. I drive to a meet and, you try to post up on the car, and the fender is too hot, all right? That happened a lot. I did the heat extractors on it, and this is when it was just NA. It just had an LS3 with a cam in it. And after I did the heat extractors, not only did my coolant temps go down, but everything was much cooler in the engine bay. The accessories were cooler, which it'll extend the life of them. The intake was cooler, which it helped with IATs and heat soaking at idle and stuff like that. And especially the fender, I could touch the fender. It wasn't too hot to touch. So Trackspec definitely had some instructions. And I am not going to follow these. Now, as far as the drill bits and stuff like that, obviously I'm going to follow those. But let me take over here quick. So with this car in its natural state, the exhaust was just on one side over here. Because I am LS swapped, the LS7, and heat is something I don't want to deal with at all, I'm going to push them further back. Now, Trackspec wanted them 15 inches from the front of the hood. I'm going to push it farther back. They're going to be somewhere in this area because the long tubes will be on this side and it'll be on this side. So this is going to be a how-to or do-it-yourself, how to like get comfortable and see what you're supposed to be doing. But I'm going to deviate from the instructions a little bit just because I am LS7 swapped. All right. So let's get into it. Okay, so some of the items we're going to need is obviously you're going to need your Trackspec fence. But if you look along it, there's a bunch of holes in it. Now, the way this is going to be affixed to the hood is via rivets. It's going to come with all the hardware you need, but you are going to need a rivet gun, okay? And a 1/8 drill bit and some tape. Now, you want to use masking tape to like mask around the area where you're going to cut. So if you make an error, it's going to scratch up your paint if you don't want to mess up or anything, all right? Now, also when you use the rivet gun and you pop the rivet off, it could be violent enough to cause this to shift and to scratch up your hood. So you want to mask it off real good. I'm not going to do that. This hood needs to be repainted anyway. And, I got office tape here. It's the only tip I could find. So I'm going to skip the step where you need to prep your hood to get drilled into, okay? Or cut into. Again, you want to mask where you're going to cut, mask around where you're going to cut, where you're going to be working, just so you don't make any mistakes. When you're using the Dremel, whatever you're using, it could skip off and you can mess something up, right? Been there. So I'm not going to do that. Again, this hood needs to be painted, so I have everything I need. Now, let's get started. All right, so what I failed to mention before is Trackspec comes with a kit that includes the templates. All right, it makes it dummy proof almost. So I'm gonna start on the passenger side, and where I'm gonna want mine, this may be different for you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna have an LS7 in here. I'm gonna have long tubes on each side. So I'm gonna be combating heat on both sides, as well as the radiator. I want to, instead of going way back here to, suck out just the heat from there, I wanna kinda come a little bit in this dead area, I guess, because the radiator heat at speed is going to be coming through here. It's going to suck it out and whatever. All right. And the long tubes are going to be here. It's going to start about here. All right. So I kind of want to get, maybe cylinder 1 and 2's exhaust ports cycled out. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that sounds crazy, but to me, that's the best for getting the radiator more effective, getting under temp hoods down, and looks wise, because if I put it about right here, the vents are going to be about here. All right. Now, instead of it being way back here to just work on the long tubes, it might even look funny. I don't know. You guys tell me. But for my application, I'm not going to do the recommended. I think it's like 15 inches or something like that back. All right, I want to go way in the corner or towards the center, just where this body line is. Now the body line gives you a very straight and clear, area to where to lay the edge of this at. All right, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna tape this down where I want it. Get a couple measurements of how far it is from here and here, and then mirror it on that side. Okay, so let's get into it. Actually, before I do that, I have to take this tarp and I have to just shield everything because I don't want metal shavings all back here, all in here, all everywhere. I already have to clean everything, pull everything out. I don't want to be cutting my finger up while I'm doing that. All right, so, and this is especially important for you guys who have the engine still in. All right, you don't want to take the hood off. You don't want to pull the engine. You don't want to do any of that. You just want to take the tarp and just mask everything. So let's do that real quick. All right, now that we got the tarp down, let's go ahead and get this in its final position. Like I said, strut towers here, exhaust will be about here, so I think right here to be fine. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. All right, got the Dremel, and I highly suggest these. All right, they work quick. It was only 20 bucks or so too. They don't look like much, but they cut through metal like butter. All right. Now this is broken. I put it all the way over, it doesn't work. It works there, but we'll get it. This is where you get eye protection, all right? I'm probably not gonna wear any, I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all wish me luck. that was a bit of a bear, more than I expected. But what I did was I realized this was gonna dull out very fast. I only have a few discs. I went through one, damn near two, well pretty much two. And I have 3 discs left. So what I did, I just took the grinder with a cutoff wheel and I just kind of paved the way. All right, because this cut through that way faster after doing that. I didn't really like using this because it's not as accurate. All right, you'll go all over the place with this, especially I don't have the handle, but got it done, got it popped out. Now, just get a test visit. And boom, there we go. Just like that. All right. I don't look bad at all. Now what I'm gonna have to do is get this laid properly. And then I'm gonna have to take my drill bit and just do 1, 2, 3, 4 pilot holes, all right? Rivet those 4 areas and then go ahead and knock out the rest. All right, so let me go ahead and clean up a bit and then get started on that. All right, so I just kind of briefly dusted it off. Now again, it should look like this when you pull it out. You don't want to take all the tape and stuff off just yet. Go ahead and line this up to where you don't see any white at all. Everything's nice and about as even as you can get it. It's in its final resting place. Now I'm just gonna drill with your 1/8 inch drill bit. All right. Now that I got those 2 holes started, what I'm gonna do is peel all this off. Now you guys will want to wait until the very end, all right? Because you guys don't want to damage your hood and everything. But see me, I don't really care about this hood right now because like I said, it's getting painted over. See, it's all scratched up and everything from boxes and me not paying attention. But yeah. Now what you would want to do here is take some spray paint or something and just clean up the edges here, all right? I, again, do not care. This hood is gonna be painted, so all that'll be addressed at a later date, all right? So what I'm gonna do, just take this, put it on there. Holes line up. Now, one thing I could have done better, but again, I am getting this painted, so just for you guys. When I'm, see if you guys can see that real well, but when I'm drilling through, when I'm drilling through there, right, you can see the circle around. The part that holds the drill bit in connects while it's still spinning, leaving that circle. Now I did it for these 2 as well. You can't really see it because the top of the rivet kind of takes away from it. But all you gotta do is just paint over it, right? Take, not paint, but take a painter's tape or something over it. Or Scotch tape or duct tape, whatever tape you got. Put it over there and then drill it. It'll prevent that from happening, all right? this is what it looked like when you finish. Only 2 of them fell out, all right, when they were done. That's always happening with rivets. I don't know if my rivet gun just sucks, it's just an ace. What I do, over here, I just bend it around like this to get it out, and it snaps out like that. All right, that's how I do it. I don't know if there's a better way. Probably is, but it's just the way I've always done it. You know? There you go. That's the gist of how you get it on there. It's nice and flush. Looks great. Now, under here, you can see where you guys might want to clean this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? If stuff like that'll bother you. I'm not a stickler for stuff like this. But, you know, when I get it painted, everything's gonna be black. It's gonna kind of ghost itself anyway when everything's uniform color. But that's what it looks like. All right, so as y'all can see, this is caveman mentality, caveman tools. My little caveman line, I don't know if y'all can see that. It looks straight. Measurements add up, my rough little measurements. So I am just gonna go ahead and mark that bad boy. Well, not mark it, I'm just gonna tape it up and then commence the cutting again. So, better methods out there. I'm sure there are worse methods out there. I'm definitely sure. But this is what's worked for me on multiple vehicles. And there you have it. I'm gonna get to cutting this. Y'all, so now they are installed. Caveman tools, caveman measuring, but it was phenomenal. It was great. Now clearly, it's dusty. It's very dirty. I wish I could have had time to push this out and clean it, but I have to install, you know, the manual steering rack. And the steering rack here is 50, so I have to disconnect all that, push it out, clean everything, and then, you know, so Here's what it looks like underneath. Now this white stuff is smoke. It comes right off. But you can see the rivets there. Now, if you're like me and you're gonna get everything painted anyway, it's not gonna matter. You can see the side's a lot worse off as far as this stuff goes. It comes right out, y'all, so don't be alarmed. All right. Now, like I said, it is a little bit here and the rest in the back, and the long tube is going to be right here. Up here is going to be where the radiator is, and whatever air is going to be coming out or whatever. At least that's my science to it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, guys, there it is. The heat extractors. Now, the follow-on to this video will be, I'm going to be installing the hood latches. You know, I think it's Aerocatch hood latches with the locks on them. All right, because I want to do away with the OEM hood release stuff, because when I pulled on it anyway, it was super hard to get. So I feel like it was going to break soon anyway. I tried lubricating it, whatever, nothing worked. So I'm going to delete those and do the Aerocatch, but that'll be in a separate video. The next video I'm going to be doing is on the manual steering rack out of a Z4 that is linear. The current rack is progressive, so it's slow in the middle areas, like at speed when the car is going straight. So response will be a lot quicker. It's shorter lock to lock as well. So it should be a great feel, and it's not a depowered rack, all right? It's a full-on manual rack, all right? So it should feel amazing, because y'all know I don't like power steering. So thanks for watching, y'all. Till next time.